A high-level U.S. delegation was in Seoul Wednesday for talks on issues including regional security and North Korea. Choi You-sun reports on their visit, which included a meeting with President-elect Park Geun-hye.
U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia Kurt Campbell, who visited South Korea's foreign ministry on Wednesday, said the UN Security Council will soon take formal steps to penalize North Korea for its recent rocket launch.
We are in very detailed conversations with all the key players, including China, Russia, many key players in Europe and in Asia as a whole, yes.
China, the North's close ally, has been strongly opposed to the U.S.-led push to impose new sanctions on the Kim Jong-un regime for violating UN resolutions that ban Pyongyang from use of any ballistic missile technology. Campbell also said the returning Obama administration is confident about coordinating North Korea policy with the South's incoming Park Geun-hye administration. In fact, when the U.S. delegation met with the president-elect later in the day, Park said the North's nuclear development program was unacceptable and that she would address it in a resolute manner. Leaving the door to dialogue open as a means to offering humanitarian assistance to the North Korean people, the president-elect also expressed hopes to closely consult with Washington in establishing the so-called trust-building process on the Korean peninsula. Recognizing the 60-year-strong alliance, Park requested full cooperation from the U.S. on pending bilateral issues, an agreement on Seoul's nuclear fuel reprocessing and division of defense contribution between South Korea and the U.S. Campbell, who had previously said he would urge South Korea and Japan to rebuild ties strained by historical and territorial disagreements, went only so far as to say that Seoul is determined to ensure that relations with Tokyo are positive and that Washington supports those efforts. He's scheduled for talks with Japanese officials on Thursday. Choi You-sun, Arirang News.